So as you can see, I've got my little co-pilots back there. They just recently got their wireless headphones, so they're pumped.
Yeah.
Anyway, Steven thinks they're magical because there's not a cord to get stuck in. So they're going to be back there hanging out. Can you say hi, Wessie? Hi. Hi, baby. All right, so we have got pretty much everything e.l.f. here to try today. They had a sale. It's been a while. Nothing here I don't think is brand new except for this. This was like free. It came with the everything I bought, because I also got the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream fragrance free, and I got the balm, and then this was like a free perk with it, as was this mascara. This is the toner, which I have not tried yet, from the Pure Skin Plus line, so that was just a free thing. But I actually am going to use this as our primer. I really have been enjoying this as my day cream. What I moisturize with before I put on my makeup. It is just a, how would you describe it? A smidge less heavy than my It Cosmetics, which is what I put on at night before bed. And this is also like my winter face cream, if that makes sense. But it's just as moisturizing, but doesn't feel quite as heavy on the skin. But I kind of like this, which, I mean, I should have gotten another jar already when it was on sale. But this is really a nice feeling moisturizer, and it's quite large too. I wonder if it says how much is in this. 1.7 ounces, and this is 2 ounces, so pretty darn close. This might be a nice option if you don't want to pay for the It Cosmetics. But I want to make sure that I did say this is the fragrance-free one. We're going to be trying out the e.l.f. Wow Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel. If you've watched me for any time, you know that I really do love the Flower Beauty Fiber Fix Brow Gel. So I'm hoping that this works just as well. The only thing I'm noticing off the bat is how much smaller it is. But also the price point is different. This is like, I think $3, where this is like $9 or $10. Okay, so let's go ahead and brush this through the brows. I particularly love a fiber brow gel for days where I'm doing quick makeup and I just want a little bit of extra color and thickness to my brows, where I really don't want to go in with like a pencil that takes a little bit more time, like where I can just kind of brush this through, get the shape, and go. It really is one of my favorite type of brow products. The only con about brow gels is that I can't extend my edges like I would like, but again, it's great for quick makeup days. So for the price of this, I mean, I could probably get 2 or 3 for the price of the Flower Beauty. So yeah, that works well for me. I mean, it seems to be relatively the same, and I do like that the brush is a little bit bigger on the e.l.f. So for me, that's definitely a win of a product. So went in with some Milani eyeshadow primer. For eyeshadow today, we're going to try this palette. This is the Opposites Attract palette. Again, this is not new, but this is just, their larger palettes are something I never tried from e.l.f. I've mainly stuck with the bite-sized eyeshadow palettes, which are fabulous. So I'm hoping that the formula of these larger palettes is relatively the same. I cannot get this out. There we go. Let's take a look at this. So again, we have like this side and that side. Okay, I think I'm going to go in with some of Fresh first. Just lightly apply that. You guys, I have got to wash my brushes tonight. I just have to. It has to happen. Like, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I've got to wash my brushes. Again, just taking some of this shade Fresh, putting it in the crease. Then I am going to take some of this shade Easy Going and put it all over the lid. I think I'm going to do like a halo eye. I'm going to go in with Easy Going, and then I think I'm going to take some of this shade, maybe a little mix of Clever and Low Key in the center, just to give it a little bit of a pop. So let's take a flat brush, pop on the purple, and then go in with the other two colors. Actually, before I go in with those, I forgot that I have these two. So I specifically got two different kinds because I didn't realize they had two different kinds. They have the liquid glitter eyeshadows and the liquid metallic eyeshadows. So for the glitter, I got the shade Black Magic. And for the metallic, I got the shade Little Dipper. So here we have Black Magic and Little Dipper. I think I'm going to go in with Little Dipper. Put that over this purple. I think that will be really pretty. Oh, that pink on that purple is gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Looks pretty with my shirt too. So I'm going to let that dry. Again, that's the metallic. I guess I didn't realize they had two different types whenever I'd look at their website in the past. I think I have, hold on. I had a shadow in the past that was green, but I don't know if it was metallic or glitter, and it dried out, so I did get rid of it. So that is super cute. I really like that. Now, it did transfer up a little bit, which is unfortunate. Uh-oh. It's taken off the purple underneath. Wow, that stinks. All right, let's see if we can fix this. So I guess you do need to be aware of how many times you swipe, because it did take some of that eyeshadow off on that side. But yeah, that's really pretty. Let's swatch some of these other colors. So I'm really loving these two colors called Cheeky and Sassy. And this is the shade Wise. And let's do the shade Smooth. Oh, so those are pretty. So I don't know if I like the formula of these quite as much as the bite-sized eyeshadows, but it is nice, and it does have a nice range of colors, seeing that you can go cool toned with these kind of colors or more warmer toned with those. So we've also got a couple of shimmers in here. Oh, look at that. That is called Spicy. So that's nice too. So I feel like it is a good variety of shadows. So we're just gonna let that do its thing. And I think I want to take a little bit of this darker purple Chill, or it's actually a shimmer purple. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that right here just to give it some dimension. I'm pretty happy with that. Would I have paid for this full price? No, but having got it when it was on sale, I feel like it was a good deal for having gotten it on sale. All right, let's move into mascara. Like I said, this was a free gift with the purchase. This is one of the mini mascaras, the Big Mood Mega Volume and Lifting Mascara, and it says it has an hourglass brush. Really hope this doesn't give me a headache. I do tend to have an issue with some mascaras giving me a headache. Like, I just recently tried the It Cosmetics Superhero one that I was so excited for. Gave me a headache. Okay, so here we go. Whoa. Holy cow. That is a monster of a brush. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. I'm kind of scared to get close because it's so big. The bristles are really soft. I don't actually feel like I'm getting a whole lot off of the brush. That side looks better. Okay, volume, yes. Length, yes. I'm not getting a lot of lift, unfortunately. And it's not really building up well. It's starting to get kind of clumpy, so I'm going to have to stop there. I wonder if because this is a mini and I have such a short space to work with, if that's making a difference. Sometimes it does make a difference having just that little bit of maneuverability versus the actual longer, real, like the big size tube. Oh my gosh, look at that packaging though. Isn't that beautiful? I'm having a purple day today. I don't know about that. I wonder if having the mini is affecting the result. Okay, so let's go into the Cookies and Dreams lip exfoliator. This is Cookie Crumble. I want to exfoliate and then put a lip balm on before we get into the rest of the face. So here's what this looks like. Their original lip exfoliators are awesome. I use them for a long time. I just haven't picked one up in a while. So when I seen this was on sale, I was like, yeah, let's give it a try. Okay, right off the bat, it's not as grainy as the other ones that I've tried in the past, like the ones in the black packaging. And I quite like that graininess. Like it feels like it's doing something, you know? Wow, it does smell like cookies and cream. That's that's spot on cookies and cream scent. It actually felt more hydrating than exfoliating. I don't know. I think I would stick with the ones in the black packaging. They got a little bit more grit to them, and it makes me personally feel like they're doing a little bit more. So now on top of that, let's go in with some of this lip balm while we finish the face. This is the Ride or Die Lip Balm, and this is in Just Peachy. I thought it was Juicy Peach. I love this packaging. So it says, your lips ride or die besties, 100% vegan and cruelty free. Ah, that is thick. Holy cow. That feels good. It's thick. You don't need as much as I thought because, woo, very glossy. Smells like peach. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. I almost think that would be like better at night, like a lip mask. That's so thick, but it's not sticky or anything. Like sometimes you put on stuff and it like globs your lips together. This isn't doing that. Okay, so while that's doing its thing, we are going to jump just a little bit off of the e.l.f. train because I personally do not have their foundations. The traditional foundation I had in the past just didn't work well for me, and the CC cream was very drying on me. So we are going to be trying out the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Nude Glow SPF 40, and I do have this in the shade Fair Beige. So we've already moisturized. I'm trying to think if I should put anything else. Half the face I'm going to leave with just the Holy Hydration Moisturizer, and half the face we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Haven't used this in quite some time, so let's give it a try. So on this side we'll do the Power Grip Primer. So this side is very super sticky. I'm curious as to how this is going to blend. So I'm going to do my foundation how I've been doing it lately, and I've really been enjoying it. I have been using this round kabuki brush, so I'm just going to pump some out. It's an odd pumper, and I'm going to put some on this side with just the Holy Hydration and blend it out with the brush, and then go back over it with a sponge just to kind of give it the finishing press, if that makes sense. Then I just take my sponge and tap over. Even though this is Fair Beige, it is kind of yellow on me, but I honestly didn't feel like there was a better option. So this is definitely like my summertime foundation to match when I self-tan. Here's the side we're looking at with just the face cream. You can see it does have a little bit of like a yellow tint to it, but hopefully we can fix that with some concealer. So let's go in on the other side. All right, so now let's try the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Bubby, pick them up. Honestly, at this point, I'm not seeing much of a difference. So maybe as we go throughout the day, we will more so see the difference in the wear, like if this side holds up better in the heat and stuff and being outside. So here's the Power Grip side, Holy Hydration. All right, so I'm going to pop on some concealer and some bronzer. I don't think I have any bronzer from e.l.f. or concealer, and then we will get into the rest of it. Quickly, I wanted to note that I went in with the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Concealer, and I like that it brightened, but it doesn't really cover my purple. And then also, before I go in with bronzer, I want to go in with powder. Before I do powder, I want to try the e.l.f. Monochromatic Multistick. So this is meant to be for your lips and cheek, and we're going to start with cheek. On this side, we'll start by just brushing it on, and then on this side, we will try it with my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Stippling Brush. Okay, so let's start by brushing it on this side. I'm going to kind of warm it up a little bit. It seemed kind of stiff. This is the shade Sparkling Rose. There we go. Okay, so now let's tap over with a sponge. Don't think I like the sparkle, which again, the name does say Sparkling Rose, but like that didn't translate to me as sparkle. I do like the color underneath. Let's see if we can put just a little bit more on. Okay, so there's what that looks like. Not a bad color, but again, I'm not a fan of the actual sparkle. So now on this side, let's take the Jelly Pop stippling brush and see what we can do. Okay, nice color, definitely more pigmented. So now let me blend over that with a sponge. Yeah, even going over it with a sponge, it's not really going away. So definitely for this one, I think my preferred method is going in directly with the sponge, because now it feels like it's a little too pigmented on this side. So we kind of need to make it match. Again, pretty color. It looks very like summery, sunburned, minus the glitter. So now let's try it on the lips. Oh, actually, that's quite nice on the lips. I like that a lot. That actually is quite nice. Nice consistency. Makes my lips look really nice and hydrated. I don't mind the sparkle on my lips, and it's not quite as sparkly on my cheeks as I initially thought. So I'm okay with that. I think going over it with the sponge definitely took some of that away. But here's what it's looking like right now. So for blush, I'm actually pretty pleased with that, but we also do have the Bite Size Face Duo in Watermelon. So I'm not going to use the blush today because we did try the multi-stick, but I do want to try the highlighter if I can get this open. Oh no! Can I have this back? Thank you. Alright, so let's go ahead and swatch these. Again, this is Watermelon. Comes with a highlighter and a blush. Oh, I like the highlighter. In the pan, I was afraid it was going to be too dark, but actually, I think that's going to work great. Let's go ahead and put some highlighter on, then we will powder and bronze, and we might do something with the lower lash line. I haven't quite decided yet, so taking some of this highlighter. Oh, I really like that color. Yeah. Oh, I'm extremely happy with that. 100%. I thought that was going to be too dark. That actually looks really nice. Super pleased with that. And the blush is beautiful, so that's a great combo. Let me powder, bronze, and then we'll figure out if we're going to do something with the under eye or not. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of this Easy Going very lightly. I don't want to look like I have like a bruise or anything. Then on the inner corner, I'm going to take a little bit of this shade Low Key for the inner corner highlight. And then I am not using that Big Mood mascara. I can tell you right now, I'll make an absolute mess with it. So I'm just going to take some of my Maybelline Lash Discovery. Thank you, babe. And there we have it. I actually really like my makeup today. So again, I'm just kind of checking my face where we use the Power Grip Primer to the other side where we just use the Holy Hydration Moisturizer. Whew, it's a hard word. And I'm not really seeing a difference yet, but I wonder if the wear throughout the day will be affected. So we'll have to check back in on that. I'm really loving this metallic eyeshadow. I think I could do with applying a little bit more, where I end up going back in with like that darker purple. So I am just going to pop a little bit more right here, kind of toward the inner part, just for a little bit of extra sheen, and let that dry. The Big Mood mascara, I don't know. I really do feel like having the mini one is affecting the performance. And the eyeshadow seems to be really nice. I can tell you right now, for the beach, I'm going to be using these kind of corally oranges and yellows. Like, I can feel it. Super thrilled with these, which is not the first one of this line that I have tried. I've tried other shades, and I really do enjoy it. The Ride or Die lip balm is awesome, and this, I'm excited to see how this wears throughout the day. Probably what I would pass on would be this. I would go with their traditional one, and everything else seems to be good. So here's what we're looking like so far, letting that kind of dry down a little bit. So it's 1:30 right now. Here's how everything is looking. I will check back in with you later to see if the Power Grip really has changed anything, because we are going to be going outside on the playground to let them play later. And we'll kind of see how this wears as well. I'm curious if the eyeshadow will wear away underneath or not. Okay, so I will check back in with you later. All right, it is just about 7:30. Let's go ahead and take a look at the face here. I know this really wasn't the focus of this video, but I just want to touch again on the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. I don't like it. I like how hydrating it is, and it really does brighten, but it does absolutely nothing to correct my purple. Like, nothing. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to say that that is definitely not one of my preferred concealers. It just, I mean, my purple has been prevalent all day. The mascara, absolutely super duper flaky. I would not recommend. Very, very crumbly. Now let's take a look at my face regarding just using the Holy Hydration and the e.l.f. Grip Primer. I will say both sides look rough, but I have been rubbing my face a lot. I've been down with a headache for most of the day, so I've had ice packs on my face. But there seems to be more traces of makeup on this side. So it does seem that the Grip Primer held the makeup a little bit better. Like, yeah, I still have coverage. Like, on this side, it's pretty much all gone, what was on my cheek, which I did not heavily set with powder. I just lightly did so. It definitely cracked under my glasses, though. Can you see that? Yeah, so while neither side looks amazing, like, my makeup is definitely worn off, this side has more traces of makeup still than this side. So I will say that the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer does grab and allow your makeup to hold on a little bit longer than with just a moisturizer. Let's lastly check the metallic eyeshadow. Yeah, can you see it's kind of like ate away at the eyeshadow, like especially there? The eyeshadow that I had on underneath. That tends to be a frequent issue for me. So I don't know if that's a me thing or the eyeshadow thing. But I'd still use it again. I still like it. Probably the biggest no for me is the mascara, just because it was so flaky. But again, I was rubbing from having a headache, so that may have some play in it being flaky. But I'm just going to say that that's probably a no for me. So the eyeshadow, I like it. I love the bite-sized duo. I'm excited to use the blush again. And honestly, the monochromatic stick was better than I expected. So that is me trying out mostly a full face of e.l.f. with a little bit of other brands thrown in. Let me know down below. Have you tried any of these products? Have you tried these monochromatic multi-sticks? Like, have you tried them as eyeshadow? What else? I mean, that's about the 3 places I could think of really that you're going to use them to make a full monochromatic look. But let me know down below all of your thoughts. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.